Yeah, I love this. Brenda's just right in there too. He missed it, but you need a drum beat, she said. Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so much fun we're having, and so special, and
Mhm.
it's all this important information, but we can have so much fun with it at the same
Yes.
time. So
Yes.
yeah, it's feeling really, really good. It looks like our next guest, Jimmy, is in the background. Jimmy,
Okay.
how are things going? Everything going back there? You're getting your slides ready. So hopefully we'll see him. I don't know if we have any time in between that we need to do any commercials. Hey, there's Jimmy.
There is he. Hi, Jimmy.
Hello.
How are you doing?
How
Are
are you?
you ready?
I'm always ready.
I know you
Oh,
are. I know you are. He's, this is Jimmy Clare, our crazy fitness guy.
okay.
Yeah. So I've been lucky to have Jimmy on my show. We've been on each other's shows, I think, and just have really kept in contact and in touch for the last couple years, and I've seen all of his growth and advocacy. So yeah, it's great to have you here, Jimmy. Thanks for your time today.
Thanks for having me. I'm always happy to be a part of big things like this.
Yeah, it's so nice to have you here. Do you have slides you're going to be using today?
Yep.
Okay. Did you pull those up yet?
Yes, I have.
Okay. I don't see that they're up there, but maybe you could share your screen with us and then we'll see them.
I'm uploading them right now.
Okay. Wonderful.
I think it went through.
And Mia, again, thank you so much. You
Oh,
are
you're welcome.
just so incredible to jump on here with me. Danielle had a wedding she had to go to this afternoon, and then
Oh.
I think I just forgot to schedule someone to be here.
Oh.
So I am just honored and blessed to have you here by my side. And it looks like there we go. There is his slides ready to go. So
Okay.
if you're ready to go, Jimmy, we will let you take the stage.
I'm ready to go.
Cool.
So today I'm going to be talking about the barriers, about the problems with the healthcare industry regarding with people with extra challenges. It's gone on far too long. It needs to change. It does not work. And here's why. So I don't know if you can see the numbers. I try to make them as big as possible without making it all blurry. But if you can see very well, there's back in 1992. I was born in 1993. There's a steady growth of people being diagnosed with autism. Now, I made this presentation very broad to fit everyone on the extra challenges, autism included, etc. I know this is just from the Autism Parenting magazine, so obviously it's a little slightly different, but I just wanted to show you that as the years progressed, there's more people with being diagnosed with autism, etc. We are currently in, well, as of last year in 2023, it was 1 in 36. I believe now it's 1 in 34 in 2024. And so it's a steady pace. And because the autism diagnosis keeps expanding and growing, and basically the spectrum keeps widening and widening and widening. Well, that eventually needs to be revamped too. It might as well just be a spider web, because eventually the spectrum should run out at some point. So it should be branching off of each other like a spider web. But that's another story for another time later. But the problem doesn't just lie. it's not a problem that the autism diagnosis rate has skyrocketed. The problem is that the health insurance does not understand the the extra help and care that people need with extra challenges. And I'll share another alarming statistic with you. So, according to the New York Times, 60% of people with extra challenges have trouble with getting the care that they need from their insurance. That is a lot. And that is coming from either this year or last year. I forget off the top of my head. It was last year, I believe. Like 99.9% certain was last year. 60% of them could not get the insurance. And I truly believe insurance simply does not understand that people with extra challenges need specialty kind of care. And here's why. So maybe I'm sure many of you who are watching can agree that they have contacted their insurance at some point, whether to get something approved or whatnot, and they deny you because of some person who says, we have an expert. They don't tell you what they're an expert in. They just say, we have an expert who knows this. Well, I truly believe that those people, yes, they have a doctor's degree, but I have this thing called spinal stenosis. Basically, makes it hard for me to move my head left and right, up and down, very limited mobility. Back in 2001, back in 2001, there was only a 1% chance to fix my spinal stenosis with surgery. Well, that one, so there was like a 99.9% chance that it was not going to work. So, and I tell you this because I'm currently in a fight with my insurance because they told me I cannot get an MRI. My last MRI was 2013. A reasonable person would say, "Oh, this document is outdated by 10 something years ago. Oh, yeah, go ahead, go do it." But now I'm currently fighting because because a so-called expert says physical therapy will help your neck. My neck has been feeling very discomfort lately because of physical therapy. So it clearly, so like I said, the system needs to change because even asking my other doctors who are specialty care and audiologists, I'm just going to go with that one because I have a long list. And like my audiologist, he knows what spinal stenosis is, but he's not an expert in it. So what I'm saying is that yes, you can be a doctor, but they can't be an expert in everything, and that's why specialty care exists. And I just want to touch on one other thing on the slide. The system has a one size fits all. Doesn't sound like it seems like the healthcare industry took some kind of idea from the special education side of things, or maybe it was vice versa. But the one size fits all does not work. Here's a secret: it's broke. So here's another. So here's the problem: insurance has certain procedures to get certain tests. And some specialty doctors won't see you without these certain tests. So for instance, I'm going to go back to my story that I'm been on. So today I finally got an appointment with a PA who for in the neurology department or neurology group, and they told me, well, you can't see the doctor until you get your MRI, a latest MRI within the last year. And I said to them, it's like, oh, geez, what do you think I was like, I would love to get one, but unfortunately my insurance does not want to approve it. And we go through all these things again, and it's like, well, since your symptoms are not worsening, insurance may not approve it anyway. Huh? So I basically have to be, not making fun of anybody, but so basically I have to be crippled and become a vegetable in order to get an MRI. I didn't exactly say those exact words, well, until now, but I'm like, what kind of system is this? It's totally garbage and it needs to go. So, and then you have insurance companies that are all about the money. And that's what I believe. Because they rather save a few lousy bucks. Okay, I'm not going to say lousy because $4,000 for a test is not lousy, but they make all this money hand over fist of money. Sometimes you even have to pay a large premiums, and just for a MRI that's been 10 years or 12 years, whatever the time frame is, since the last one, they're not willing to fork over 4,000 for that. I think I deserve at least a baseline of where I am today in 2024. Yeah, well, here's a little surprise for you. The healthcare system does not have any logic. They think about the money in front of them, but they don't think of the long term. For the long term, if I become a paralyzed and a vegetable from the neck down, they're going to have to pay 10 times more than the MRI, et cetera, and et cetera, et cetera. So they just see what's in front of them. They don't look at long term and 2 steps or 5 steps or 10 steps down the road. They don't see the bigger picture. They don't care about the bigger picture. And that's where karma is going to bite them in the butt. Uh, and my doctor explained this in 2 words. He's basically said that insurance either wants you fully healthy, which is not very possible because there's always some kind of extra challenge that somebody has, whether it's autism or slight arthritis over the years or something else. Either they want you truly healthy or they want you dead. And he said blunt like that, but I was like, sounds about par for the course. And I agree with that. And I'm struggling through the system right now, and I don't like it. I don't understand stupid, and this is stupid. And the doctors, let me see if I can move it. No, I can't. Don't think I can. Okay, so the doctors on the health insurance and think they are expert in everything. Like I said, you can be a doctor, but you can't possibly know everything. And here's why. It's like saying Google knows everything when they really don't. They don't know everything. Even ChatGPT does not know everything. And I was going to give you an example, but I'm not going to do that example because I don't like the example. So here's what needs to change. The cost of insurance needs to be more affordable. Think about it. You're basically paying insurance to deny you. Yes, they can do cover the checkups and whatnot, and they're good with. Okay, let me rephrase that. They're mostly good with their checkups and dental cleanings and eye exams, etc. But it's not all. But not all insurance is created equally. You have some scam health insurance companies who try to scam you out of stuff. Then there's also ones that don't even cover a Band-Aid. And I feel nervous getting not older, but maybe I should say wiser, growing wiser as I get wiser, because I'm thinking, gee, when I am done college, out of the house moved out of the house with my parents, how am I going to figure out any of this stuff? Because it's hard to trust anybody anymore. It's, oh, well, this person just sees you as statistics. This company is just trying to save a couple of bucks. This company, it's not personalized anymore. It's garbage. Whoever came up with the system didn't, I mean, okay, I'm sure they didn't think of how rigged it got over the years, but it's done for. It's gone. And and here's what else needs to change. There should be a limit to how many garbage kind of lawsuits that can happen in a month or a year. So let me give you an example. So there was a recent lawsuit against Verizon. I think either this year or last year. I think it was this year, beginning of this year. And the lawsuit, not to get all the nitty gritty parts of it, basically by the end of the lawsuit, the only people who won was the lawyers, because Verizon then bumped up people's phone bills just to make the money back that they lost. And I kind of want to just like say to those lawyers, it's like that didn't help anybody, because you just made the prices go up even higher. So thanks a lot. I hope they were on Verizon too, and because that would be very, very good karma. And then doctors should be able to spend more time with their patients to help them better understand their conditions. So, for example, sometimes when you see a new doctor, they might spend maybe 2 minutes with you, maybe 5 if you're lucky, because then they have to go to the next patient, to the next patient, to the next patient. And I'm just going to throw out around a number. They might have to see like 500 patients in the day just to meet their quota. Okay, maybe it's not 500, but like I said, random number. And like, people who are on the autism spectrum or some other kind of extra challenges, we tend to need more time to digest the information, understand the information, how to process the information. We might ask you 100 plus questions to understand what we have, what the condition, or whatever it is. And it's going to take some time. Maybe it probably won't take an hour, but it might take 30 minutes. So be ready. But unfortunately, not all doctors can spend 30 minutes because they have to meet that quota. Thanks to our system. And because of our amazing system, all of our doctors, all the doctors out there are burnt out and shortage of staff, etc., or short on staff, I should say. My apologies. And there needs to be specialty times of insurance for those with extra challenges. They should understand each person's unique challenges. So, for instance, because of my neck, or if you want to say, uh, let's say, uh, let's use my neck example again. If the MRI has been outdated for years and years and years, I shouldn't have to go through 4 to 6 weeks of physical therapy because of the norm. I don't like the norm. You know what norm stands for? Nothing normal, but there's no such thing as the normal for when it comes with people with extra challenges. This is our norm. Eh, Our norm is literally we we have to get routine checkups. We have to be able to be. We have to get routine checkups. We have to get routine care, routine tests. But insurance wants you to go play some kind of cruel game. You have to jump through hoops and ladders. I don't have any hope for the system. It's done, and I blame our leaders because while they're sitting up high on the pedestals here, and they get their private care, well, it feels like, but while scheduling at my MRI, I got two choices of a location. One location was booked out till July, and the other one's booked out till late May. I'm like, crap. And it's like, this shouldn't be this difficult, but it is. And I tell you what, Pennsylvania is literally the worst state to practice medicine for any kind of doctor. And I'm sure you probably have, I don't know what it's like in other states, but it's probably maybe just as worst, just as bad, or even worse. So, what the healthcare should look like for those with extra challenges? Now, I want you to picture this. Close your eyes and picture this. I want a system where all the doctors, all the specialty care doctors in one place. For example, think of the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Uh, Whenever I had three, when I was when I was in Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, I when I needed my special care doctors, they were there. They might be on different floors, but stuff just worked. People went up to go see the doctor, and they bring the information back down, etc. It just worked like a well-oiled machine. And people forget that when people grow out of the system, they're stuck in this other crap system. And people are like, we're making healthcare more affordable. No, you're not. It's still as high as crap. It's garbage. And and and, and, and my next point, and here's another thing I want you to picture. Doctors spend extra time listening to the patient's concerns and answering their questions. Yes, it might might get a little tedious because of playing 100 questions, but if we need the support, we need the support, and we want to know what's going on with our bodies, etc., or our health conditions, etc. And instead of treating me like another statistic, like it's a drive-through of McDonald's or Burger King or whatever fast food restaurant you want to go to or think of in this example. But it's like boom, 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 in and out. Come on, go, 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 go. Quick, 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 quick. Gosh darn it. And then everyone's on the same page. Wouldn't that be great? People can be able to see all your medical records in one place. Same thing with insurance. Everybody would be on the same exact page. It would be a much beautiful thing. Then I don't have to call this doctor to go figure this out. Because what it looks like at the moment You have to go call this doctor to get this. You have to call this person to go get this test. You have to go get this person to do this test. It's a big maze and it's a big cluster. And I'm going to keep that PG because I could say a lot worse. And there'd be only one portal app. I've had 2 portal apps on my phone as of right now, so far. And one doesn't even let me schedule an appointment in the app, and the other one lets me schedule an appointment. And it's like, why can't there just be one portal so everyone's on the same page? There's no more, oh, well, you have to use this portal because of this doctor, this portal to this doctor, and then you have to sign 600 records to get your records to be able to run this portal. It's a nightmare. And then there will be no more jumping through hoops to get certain tests that you need. Example, like my MRI. There should be like if I was asking for something every month or 2 months, that's one thing. But something back in 2013 that has been out of date, that's a no-brainer. At least someone logical like me. Now, I'm going to say this to you. If the healthcare system does not change, it will remain dangerous for those with extra challenges. So the healthcare system can be dangerous for those who have extra challenges or just anyone, period. Because the healthcare system is built terribly and hard to navigate, people tend to put stuff off. Like, for instance, I'll admit I haven't seeked out getting an MRI in many years because I've heard how bad the system through my parents when I was growing up and I was still on their health insurance. And then when I got into my own, it became a big cluster. And I don't know how my parents did it because I don't have any patience. I truly admit it. I don't have any patience whatsoever. I don't have patience for stupid, and this is stupid. It seems like a logical fix. And it's like, well, gee, how can we get everybody on the same page? But we keep doing the same stupid stuff over and over again. And I'm like, I blame our leaders that, they're out just pretending to fix stuff and pretending to do this. But it hasn't gotten better, and I'm tired of people running on, we're going to go fix this. You haven't fixed squat at all. You haven't done it. No one has touched this system. No one's tried to change it for the better. It's the same crap over and over and over again. It's on the hamster wheel. And without the proper care, we will no longer live. Think about that for a second. Without the proper care, we will no longer live. Just let that sink in with you for a little bit. So now, here's what the healthcare system should looking towards the future, and here's what needs to change. The healthcare needs to be more affordable. Everyone needs to be on the same page, including health insurance, and enough with the games and jumping through hoops just to get the care that everyone needs. And finally, the one-size-fits-all model needs to go. It does not work. It hasn't worked. And it hasn't worked in special education, and it does not work, period, in healthcare.
Oh, thanks, Jimmy. There are really important topics that you brought up right there. And insurance and healthcare can be it feels so divisive almost that you go to a place, you need another place to go to a place to get a referral, to go to another place. And it's like, no,
Yep.
why can't we simplify this? And I think I said that, so many of our systems aren't created to support our community.
Mhm.
And it's something we do need help and we do need work. So thanks for showing that to us. And we do need simplicity. How do you feel about that, Mia? And I'm sure you've had the same challenges with your
Oh,
life.
oh yeah, he's absolutely right. It's just one thing after another, and trying to get the care, and you just kind of you sometimes feel isolated,
Yeah.
and or you can't afford it. So now you almost got to choose. What do I choose? Do I, food on the
Yeah.
table, but this kid needs medicine. I mean, it's like that. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's very hard. It's also very hard, like Jimmy said, when they don't understand and they can't understand what's going on, and you need to be patient and go through the process. And so, yeah, sad. It was sad for me to listen because I completely understand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
and if you don't
we
mind me
need so
saying
much
real
work.
quick, I actually, I wrote to my state representative to even start looking into this because it's like this is completely baloney, and it's like if you want to be in the system, be in charge of the state, you got to fix it. It's garbage, and it's
You're
like
absolutely right. That is one of the steps, Jimmy. That was absolutely, you're right, to start writing to representatives. You're absolutely right.
I even went to the attorney general. I even went to the governor, and it's like I ruffled some feathers at my health insurance too. And it's like perfect. It's all come into play. Torture me, I'll torture you back. I'm kidding, but
Well, sometimes we have to be that squeaky wheel so that we can get
Yeah,
the changes made that we need. And I
yeah,
agree with that.
yeah.
I should just really just make a
Oh,
tape
wow.
recorder of myself and just play it to the leaders and be on replay over and over and over again.
You could just take this recording and go give it to them. There you go.
I should. I
Oh,
should send it to
well,
my health
thank you
insurance.
so much. Yeah, right? You'll have that ability after you get this replay. Um, for sure, Jimmy, thank you for bringing up so many wonderful, uh, insights for people to think about the healthcare system, the insurance system, and ways that we can create a little bit more simplicity in our lives. And maybe, like you said, apps that are that cover more of a broad, broad things than everything so niche and small and fits into every little tiny box everywhere. So yeah, that's such an interesting way to look at it. And I'm so glad because I think that what a wonderful variety of topics
Yes.
in our
Yes.
summit to be able to cover. Nobody has really talked about how the healthcare system, and we've kind of talked about like the unfairness of future teller doctors who tell our futures for our children that they have no right to do, but
Right.
Also to teach the doctors, the nurses, the service providers, the insurance companies, like, wow, what a big task to take on.
Well, I don't take small tasks, and maybe I should, but